Also, another new report from the Institute of Medicine shows that children do not usually outgrow their baby fat. Strength and conditioning coach Ray Wetterland is here to help us and our children keep our weight down. Nice to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you. I know we have some questions prepared about some different activities you can do with kids, but I wanted to start off by talking basically about parents, because a lot of times it's kids simply mirror what the parents do. And I think I told you this story, but I was at a Costco a couple of weeks ago, and I saw a mom. Now granted, before I go on, I'm going to say I have eaten terribly many, many times, but I saw a mom get some Coke out of Coca-Cola out of a soda machine and bend down to her like 2-year-old toddler and give her that. And I wonder a lot of times, without intention, people are being terrible examples of just how to eat and not exercise.
Amen. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, research, and it's been proven actually that the parents are the most important role model to their children. So if children are actually seeing healthier behaviors, eating patterns, they're moving more, the kids are more apt to be moving and being healthier themselves.
I'll be honest, I mean, when I drink Coke, I only do it when I'm outside of the house, and so, you know, my kid can think I'm an angel, which is so not true.
Well,
but, you know, hopefully that's at least a step in the right direction, you know. Let's look at some of these things, because I know you have some advice for how we can improve all of this. And the first one is at least 15 minutes of physical activity for every hour that a preschooler spends in childcare. And is that like, you know, the child care's responsibility, do you think, or the parents, or how do you make that happen?
I do think you make that happen between the communication of the parent and the one caring for their kids, most importantly. But Mark, it goes back to the home life and that home environment. It's got to be enrich a healthier environment, and that's really the problem that I have, because too many parents are sedentary, negligent on their part. Their kids pick up on that stuff, and that's where we really need to create impact and stand up as a nation to fight childhood obesity. One in 5 kids are either overweight or obese by the time they're in kindergarten.
Right. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about this, because this speaks to exactly what you're saying. Another tip is put an hour of fun physical activity into your child's day. And this doesn't have to do doing labs. This can be music or dance or something fun.
Yeah, music, dance, playing, hiking. You got to interact with your kids, most importantly. Have fun with it. Playing imaginary games, playing with balls and so forth, rather than playing video games and sitting down and just eating all these sugars. So if we can just encourage these behavior modifications just a little bit, they're going to go 100 miles in the positive direction.
Well, and it brings us exactly to the next point about limiting, like, the video games and also TV. And I guess sort of the standard suggestion right now is less than 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours or less. But less is going to be better than that. Let's be frank. Let's be honest. And that's the thing, that if we can remove those things, then our kids are going to be more apt to being healthier. They're going to be moving more and adapting a healthier lifestyle. They should be more active rather than being inside.
You also say make sure that a child eats a healthy breakfast every day and sit and eat at the table as a family. What's the best argument for doing that? What's the real value in all of that?
The real value is exactly this. Most kids are eating Frosted Flakes and all these cereals that have cartoon characters on the box. The rule of thumb is if there's a cartoon character on the front of the box, it's loaded in sugar. You got to stay away from Tony the Tiger and all these things, and getting your day started with a healthy breakfast is going to be the way to go. It's going to energize your day. And sitting at the table as a family also, rather than shoveling down food or going off or mindless eating where you're eating and you're not thinking about how many calories you're actually consuming. And by sitting at the table as well, that there's got to be preparation in having all those meals set up and eating as a family.
Which you can also do as a family. You can also have a chance to visit as a family as well, which is always nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The only healthy cartoon food I've ever found is Dora Edamame, which This is pretty good. Have you
Really?
seen that?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
they have it in the freezer section. Okay, so, the next point being limit the high sugar, the fatty foods, we know that. But
Right.
you also say without
Right.
being overly restrictive. I guess you don't want to be, crazy about it.
Let's face it, they're kids, right? If a child is 2 years or less, then you don't want to restrict those fats. You want to start restricting those fats up until they're 5 years old, so that way they're not consuming over 30% of their fat by the time they're 5. And then that, again, it goes hand in hand, and it's going to shape their behaviors for their future.
Okay, before we run out of time, let's just run through some of these other tips just so we don't shortchange any of you all at home. Make sure the child gets enough sleep. Are you setting a good example as a
Yep.
parent?
Yep.
Also, educate your child on why you are encouraging these changes.
See, and that's the thing. We need to educate our children as far as food is fuel for our body. It's going to keep us healthy. It's going to keep us strong. But most importantly, it's movement. Movement is fun. It's the norm. We got to get active. We got to be healthy. And bottom line, we just got to breathe more. And it's not a task.
Okay.
To wrap it up, the last one, and this I think is really interesting as a mom because it is very tempting to use food as not as punishment as much as a reward. If you're a good boy in that grocery court, I will buy you that cookie at the checkout counter
Yeah.
because it works. Let's face it,
But that's the
not
last
like
thing
that.
that you want to do, because then kids can also take advantage of that. I would reward behavior in other ways than using food.
It's really, it's a wonderful point, though, that you bring up, because it's almost impossible in our culture, in any culture, to not make food something emotional, because if somebody passes away in a family, you bring them food. Someone moves to a neighborhood, someone brings them pie. So there's all these different signals as adults where positive responses are tied to food, and I guess the job is to separate it.
Exactly that. And we need to move more as a nation. We need to get up off the couch, and bottom line, we got to move, be active, eat more, train more, eat less, train less.
Well, I think you do enough moving for all three of us, probably. So, thank you. They're all great points. So
Thanks
we
for the
appreciate
visit.
it. Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
You too.
Thanks.
Okay.